Hola Bafetu, hola Bafetu, hola Bafetu, hola Bafetu. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome to Dibalin Football Channel. It's Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel. Obviously, it's always Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel. It is football from the fans' perspective, but it is Dibalin Football Channel. So, today is my birthday. On the day that Kaizer Chiefs lost 1-0 to um, Golden Arrows. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking why, cause it just happens after the day Kaizer Chiefs won the case regarding the two games that we need to play against Golden Arrows and Cape Town City. So we're still gonna have another game with Golden Arrows, and I'm thinking it's sort of, it makes it useless to have, as Kaizer Chiefs have won the case against PSL. Because if we win the case and we're going to lose the games anyway, then it makes the whole effort useless. And remember, Kaizer Chiefs is charged and they are fined legal fees. We won the case, but we're going to pay the legal fees. And you ask yourself, why did we win this case? Why did we pursue this case if we're going to throw it away like that? And yeah, man, it's part of the game. Anyway, I watched the game a little bit. I couldn't focus because it was my birthday. It is my birthday. One thing that I saw in the game is that we still have players like Rick Frosler and Kaizer Chiefs, players like Njabulo Blom. And later on, when the coach introduced Usabelo Khatebe and Nkosini Ngcobo, I realized that we have hope. We do have hope. I'm saying this, don't take it as my just birthday message, but we have hope in Kaizer Chiefs. Let's be honest, we have hope in Kaizer Chiefs, especially in the young players from the academy. Nkosini Ngcobo, Njabulo Blom, Sabelo Khateb. Sabelo Khateb is better than the rest of the midfield of Kaizer Chiefs right now. The one that starts when Baxter selects his first team. Sabelo Khateb from Val is doing very well. We still have players like Usiabonga Ngezana, one of the young guys, also from the Val, and is a defender. He's doing well. He's better than the rest of the defense of Kaizer Chiefs right now, with the exception of Unjabulo Ngcobo. Njabulo Ngcobo, here's my verdict, is that he will never be a midfield. He was never a midfield. He was brought into Kaizer Chiefs to play as a defender. He was a defender of the season last year. He's still the defender of the season right now, the reigning defender of the season. He is a defender. No matter how much you can try to convert him, he will remain a defender. There is no ball that is played forward. He plays back passes and sideways, back passes and sideways. Receives the ball, he turns back, plays the ball back, and you can't blame him because he didn't come to Kaizer Chiefs to fix the midfield issues of Kaizer Chiefs. He was brought to Kaizer Chiefs to fix the defensive issues of Kaizer Chiefs. And we saw them today. They were exposed. Nox Mutiso scored a very beautiful goal in the first 5 minutes of the game. But the defense issues were exposed today. Not only today, they've been exposed for several times, several days, many games we play. Defense issues, issues of age, issues of lack of concentration, the issues of lack of quality being exposed many at times. And that's why we brought players like Unjabulo Ngcobo into Kaizer Chiefs to fix that. And he's not doing that job right now. He's deployed in the middle of the park and he can't lead Kaizer Chiefs in the middle of the park. As far as the young players of Kaizer Chiefs, they are the best players of Kaizer Chiefs right now. The coach is trying to kill them, to destroy them, introduces them when we're under pressure, when we're in panic. Look at Super Sport. Let me make an example. Look at Super Sport. Luke Flayers, Phillips, Weber. There's a black guy in the middle of the park. There's or in fact 90% of the starting lineup of Super Sport is young boys. Then you get your Kabuza up front, but Supersport trusts them. And then in 2 years and 3 years from now, you'll find Kaizer Chiefs wanting to buy them cheap and all that, and Supersport will sell them very expensive on a very expensive price because They gave them a chance. They gave them the opportunity. They suffered with them. They gave them the chance to get the experience, to grow up and to be old and to be experienced in the game. When they're 24, 25, you want to buy them, you think they're old in the game, but they're still very young. But they were given what an opportunity. That is what the youngsters of Kaizer Chiefs are not getting right now, the opportunity to play. But as far as my birthday is concerned, man, yes, I just want to say a few things. First is that let's leave the Kaizer Chiefs issues, man. I want to say that we live in a times where people easily give up, easily throw a towel when they don't find support around them. They easily get demotivated and they give up. We live in times where people easily give up. And here's my message that I have lived to this point, to the years that I've lived, and most of it I lived without support structure. That's one thing that I've seen in my life, is that I've lived most of my time without the support structure that I think a lot of people are getting. And I've managed to motivate myself. Yes, it's not only by power, by might. Yes, there's God. I believe there's God behind all this. There's a purpose behind all this. I believe there's ancestors behind all this, supporting me and giving me, the edge and the motivation to move and keep on living. But to this point, I've managed to live to this point without the support, the material support structure, the emotional support structure, the you know the mental and the financial and everything support structure that that is tangible in the world. I've lived without it for the longest of my life, from a very young age. In fact, without my mother and without the family support and all that. To this day, I've lived and I've found a way to continue to this day, because I've always believed that there's something I need to achieve and to accomplish in this world. I'm not just here to waste time, to live an endless life, life without purpose and stuff like that. But I've managed to motivate myself. So I want to say to people that feel like they want to give up and give in, people who feel like they're neglected, who feel like there's no one who's listening to them and all that, I just want to say you can actually be the motivation behind yourself, to push yourself, to motivate yourself, to be the reason to live. You don't have to find a reason outside. It should be intrinsic. It should be self, you know, it should come from within. That's what I'm to say. It should come from within. If otherwise, if you're looking for something from outside, you are most likely to fail. Let me tell you, you're most likely to fail, because this world is not as much smiling as we want it to be. It's not as supportive as we want it to be. But find a way to find it within you, to motivate yourself and to live the next day. I do have brothers, I do have sisters, I do have a daughter that those people serve as a reason for me to move forward. But also the effect of blackness and being around black people, and the fact that we as black people, I believe that black people have a destiny, have a better life ahead of them. And I'm part of the people that are so much invested in the whole thing of politics, social living, and fighting for black people and fighting for a better life. But those things serve as a motivation, the family, the purpose that I think I have in life. But also internally, besides and outside those things, I do believe in self motivation, in believing that for being yourself you have a reason to live, and for being yourself you have you have something to achieve, besides for other people, besides for anything outside you, besides for anything around you. Just for yourself, you are self sufficient to live and serve a purpose just for yourself. And I've lived the whole life of whole of my life around that. I've lost, my mother. I think my mother is a person that I love so much in my life in a very young age. But I've never been a person that seemed to give up in life. I just don't give up in life. Every time I feel motivated, I wake up and I pray. If I don't pray, I just say it in me that I need to wake up today. I need to do this today. Not for many people, not for everyone around me, just for myself. I need to set not some individualistic, kind of purpose and all that. Just to say, even if everything around you fails, you still have yourself to motivate. I've lost brothers, I've lost sisters that I love. This world is not as beautiful as I thought it would be. But every day I wake up, I motivate myself. Besides everything that is happening around me, so I just want to say, even if you, even if anything happens to you, you lose anyone, just don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, and it is possible to motivate yourself. Believe in God, believe in your ancestors if you do, but most importantly, believe in yourself. You are here for a reason. Diva Football Channel, Kaizer Football Channel. Football from the fans' perspective. Yeah, it is love and peace.